Hello, my friends. Danny D here from Solicitous Comics. It is August 21st, 2018. It's a Tuesday. I've got two new ones for you today. One's doing really well, and one in demand, and two that are ending very soon. Our first one here. This is called Literally. Literally is the name of, I'm assuming, the main character. The main character is a slightly awkward, overweight, nerdy girl in school. Let me get down to what they say about her. She's 12 years old. She's an overweight, nerdy girl in junior high. She's going through these awkward years of school. You know, homework, wanting to be popular, and teleporting to an alien planet to fight crazy demonic monsters by driving giant battle machines that spray lasers and missiles everywhere. What every teenage kid goes through. That's the premise. This is funding. This is going on for 2 months. He only wants 500. That's pretty low. He's at 121. And he's got no perks. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? I guess you just hit back it. I do believe this is his first one, because that's really not very well done. You really should look at some other ones, dude. You've got 2 months to correct this. I would suggest it. The premise sounds really interesting. Put a little bit of art up there. This looks very much like Cartoon Network type story. I'm looking at, what was that? Dexter? Is that I think that's the one I'm thinking of, where the guy would invent all sorts of crazy things, had that annoying sister. That's what this kind of reminds me of. Looks interesting. No perks. Dude, if you see this, update this up a little bit. Look at some of the other Indiegogos that are going on. Take some cues from that. Our next one. Launched last night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is called Graveyard Shift. It is going to be up for a month. He wanted 5,000. He is at 18,142. Congratulations. This is the gentleman who drew Jawbreakers. He is a professional artist. He draws a lot for DC and Marvel. If you watch his video, he will tell you a lot of the different comics that he's done. I think Deadpool was one of them. There's a bunch of them that he names. The art is amazing. I saw the art for Jawbreakers. I liked it. This is beautiful art. This was done while he was not working on professional projects. So this was done in his spare time. So he really was meticulous in drawing this because he wasn't underneath some sort of a deadline. This is about superheroes that are monsters. They're the undead. As he states it, think of the undead as if they were the X-Men, which is a very interesting premise. I've never heard that one before. I'll scroll down here. It would be really hard to lose against them as they're already dead. So as you can see by this shot right here, we have 3 bullet holes in our head, and it does not matter because you're already dead. Now let's go up to his perks. His perks: for $50, you get a signed graphic novel, and an ash can. The ash can is actually drawn by Nerd Wonder, who is someone that I do follow on Twitter. The graphic novel for $25, just a signed copy. For $40, 2 graphic novels signed. For $75, 2 graphic novels, 2 ash cans signed. And there are more they go on and on. He has a lot of pretty neat perks. This is pretty cool. Like I said, there's a month on this one. He's already met his goal. I did back Jawbreakers. I did like his art. And I'll probably end up backing this one too. This really sounds like it's right up my alley. All right, now to our in demand. This made me laugh when I stumbled across it. This is called Katrina Hates the Dead. This story is based on rapture taking place. And all the people that were going to heaven are gone. Everybody else gets to stay here on earth. Then some stuff happens, and in the desert, I think she said, there's a crack, and all the people from hell and creatures from hell come out, and they invade Earth, and they rummage and rampage, and then they get bored, and they figure that they're just gonna, relax and enjoy suburbia. Katrina, who did not get to enjoy rapture, is left here on Earth. She doesn't like all these dead people because they're annoying. I will scroll down here. The art's really cool. She gets pissed off and she just starts kicking the crap out of them. She's not taking crap from them. Interesting premise. Again, this is one that I've never heard. Oh yes, this gentleman here. This gentleman is her stalker. Wouldn't that be nice to have stalking you? And as you can see, she is not a very happy camper. If you look where that, whatever that is that she stabbed him with, it doesn't look like it was in a very comfortable place. The art, I do like the art. It is pretty neat. She really looks pissed off there. I do believe, there is some more art. There's some more fighting that she's doing. And I think, yeah, there's drawings in that, but you can't really see too much here. If you go through the video, they show a lot of the drawing, and it looks interesting. I've never heard of somebody doing a story like this before. This is an in demand, so I do not know when it's going to end. But again, being in demand, that means he's met his goal. He is at $9,060 right now. This is already done. This comic's done, and he already sold, I think he said 2,500 copies. So this is for basically another print run that he's doing. So the comic's finished. Here are his perks. For $10, you get a PDF. For $10, you get a PDF of Katrina Hates the Dead. And his first book, which was Ichabod Jones, the Monster Hunter, which was his first Indiegogo. That's pretty good. 2 PDFs, $15. Can't go wrong with that. $35 gets you a hardcover. Excuse me. Welcome to English as a second language. A hard copy of the graphic novel. Those are all the perks that he has. You have 3 different ones to choose from. Seeing that he's got to 9,000 and seeing how low the price of his perks are, that's pretty damn good. That's really good. But that one, as I said, isn't in demand. I do not know when it's going to end. If you like this, best back it now. Now, on to the ones that are ending soon. Trump Space Force. This is satire. It is against our President of the United States, as if he was basically, to me it looks like he's Mission Impossible out in outer space. Melania, of course, looking good in whatever she wears. I honestly believe that woman could probably wear a sack of potatoes and she could wear Rose Tico's outfit and pull it off. That's how attractive this woman is. And I do like the fact that she's still wearing her sunglasses out in outer space. And of course, our president looks pretty tough there with the I'm assuming that's the space version of the 50 cal. The artwork in this is quite comical. I love this. See, this was not here the first time I did this. Yeah, I do like this. I wonder if they did a Star Trek one. We're going to have to scroll down here, folks. You can get all sorts of crazy things. There's the trading cards. There is a small statue that you can get for a perk. This is funny. I like this. Just your typical funny cartoon, comic, using the president to, because of his space initiative, his new space initiative, they decided to make a story of it. And where I'm from, to be totally honest, there was something called Not the 9 O'Clock News. And the politicians that had a thick skin would actually go on that show and participate in some of the satire, which was good. Their goal was 15,000. They are at 56,442. Hey, 442, my favorite GM car. I own several of those. There's only 4 days left on that. For his perks, you've got $50 for a signed copy, a patch, and a Make Space Great Again hat. I wonder how many people are going to have that snatched off their head before people realize what it is. For $25, you get a signed comic and a patch. $125 gets you a signed book, a patch, the hat, and I'm not sure what that last one is. Inaugural Space Force Rooster. Not sure. This is the one of the, I saw another one, I do believe, of the little figurines that you can get for $250, and it goes on. I mean, there's more of them. All right, the next one that is ending very soon, Red Rooster. They were looking for 15,000. They are at 151,750. There's 3 days left on this, folks. So if you want to back Red Rooster, do it now. This is about a superhero who decides to capitalize on the fact that he's a superhero. He basically sells himself to the market so they can use him on their sodas, on their soap, on their whatever they want to use him as a spokesperson for, selling jeans, underwear, socks. One of the characters is the Kapow girl, where she's actually selling cola. From what I understand from listening to Mitch Breitweiser speak, this persona, he plays a superhero, but he is a real superhero. And someone from the past is coming back, and they are setting to get rid of the Red Rooster, who is a superhero. Each generation has their own Red Rooster. It's handed down. Kind of like the old movie Quasar Tapes, if you've ever seen that. It's an old sci-fi flick where a robot would always make his successor. That kind of an idea, if you saw that movie. If not, sorry, go check out Quasar Tapes. It's kind of where the $6 Million Man came from. It's a pretty interesting movie. But anyway, getting away from that, for $50, these are the perks. You get a signed comic and a sketchbook. For $25, you get a signed comic and a sticker. For $40, you can get 2 signed comics, and for $75, 2 comics, 2 sketchbooks. He does have some higher perks. As you can see here, you can go through them if you want to go through a higher tier. All right, folks. Now, rumor mill time. Nurkish and Cecil should have their comic cash grab coming out very shortly. Listening to the two of them, they are quite comical, especially when they're together. I do believe this is going to be like a modern day Mad magazine. This is the gist I am getting. I don't know. They don't really talk too much about what they're doing. They make fun of it a lot. As if you know Cecil, he enjoys saying, oh yes, we're just going to take the people's money and run, making fun of some of the people that have done that on Indiegogo, and actually I think not Indiegogo, on Kickstarter. I'm not sure if it has been done on Indiegogo. I know Kickstarter it has been. So they're making fun of their new comic. It is coming out. And like I said, I can't wait to see that. All right, guys, this is Danny D. That's all I have for you today. We'll have some more for you tomorrow. I sincerely hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.